Hi, welcome to the League of Extraordinary Fangirls. Today we have Nanette and the lovely Elle Gee Zee.
Don't say it, anything yet. Hey guys. I'm sorry. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Give me a second. I turned off the wrong thing.
Okay, today we're talking about books and other good stuff. But our theme for today is books, books, and more books. Yeah. So, I just want to know, who here still reads? Because this is good. I mean, if you're a good reader, that's awesome. My husband, he reads a lot. He reads fast because of anime, according to him. It makes him read super fast. Whatchamacallit, he smashed through the first Harry Potter book in, I don't know, a few days. I'm still reading it, but yeah. We have here in the chats, Miao Yin, and she does read. Hello, Miao Yin, and Ken Cross, Kenan. Hello, hello. Ken, do you read? Is reading fundamental? I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day, Pizza Hut used to give those free pizza slices for if you read a certain amount of, I don't know. But to this day, I associate pizza with books, and that's a good thing, right? So anyway, so today we have here the one and only lovely Elle Gee Zee. Elle Gee Zee, what's up, girl? Okay, so hey. So books, books, and books. I hear you are running a book club. The link is below. Can you tell me more about it?
Yes. So the name of the book club is called the LG Leaders Book Club, and every month we're going to be talking about different motivational and inspirational. We're going to be reading different motivational and inspirational books throughout the whole entire year of 2017. Our first month for January is focusing on, stepping into your greatness. So, we have a few books, we're still, I still have everyone in the group trying to figure out what it is that they want to read. I'm letting everyone pick. Like she said, the link is below. So you guys, if you want to join the book club, please join us on Facebook. It's LG Leaders Book Club. We have the link below. So I would love to have you in there. We're gonna, while we're reading, we're gonna be having weekly discussions on everything that we read. And saying again, the whole process, the whole thought process is to, expand your mind, learn something new, and elevate yourself. So I'm super excited. So I'm just like so happy.
That's good. I'm excited too. I actually joined recently, so I'm super excited because that's actually my favorite genre of books. I don't know. I collect them. I want to read all of them. I think I collect more than I read, but my favorite ones I wanted to share are not with me. I think I let them a long time ago. Do you outside of business books, do you have any genre that you read? What's your favorite genre? Like what else do you put your eyeballs to?
So I read a lot of nonfiction books. That's my deal. I read a lot of nonfiction books, so I am always reading those. And it's just like I love reading nonfiction. Sometimes I'll read fiction. Like John Grisham is my favorite fiction writer, and I've read almost every single book that guy has ever written. So I love him. But I mean, and I read some anime stuff, just little stuff here and there. But mostly I really focus on nonfiction books because that's like my favorite thing. I love learning something new. I would classify myself as a forever student. So I love reading the books and listening. So it's like super awesome.
Yes, forever student. I mean, life is about learning. So that's
right.
Exactly. I want to share the book I keep under my pillow. Well, not really underneath my pillow, but it's close. It's, I don't know. I used to have like nightmares and stuff. So I have this worst case scenario survival handbook.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Literally, I have this under my bed, and it's how to fend off a shark, how to take a punch, how to deliver a baby in a taxi cab. I don't know, but literally, I had to like blow the dust off of this book, but literally, it's under my bed. But yeah,
It's actually really hilarious. That's funny. That's a cool book. I mean, like they have. I noticed now that they put out a lot of those types of books where they're like, make sure, because I bought my son the Dangerous book for boys, and it has a lot in there about like how to talk to girls, how to make a a canoe, a boat that will float in water, how to build a tree house, little stuff like that. I think it's a lot of little stuff, how to play cards, how to be like gentlemen, all kinds of crazy stuff. I love it. He loves it too. He, when he got the book, he was just like reading it like crazy. And he, the first thing he wanted to do, I want to go build a tree house. Although there's no tree in my backyard, so that was kind of a feat that was just a little far fetched. Hopefully, maybe my next house will have a tree in the backyard and he can realize his dream. But I love those types of books where they're telling you how to do like some stuff, because I think for me, a lot of times you notice a lot of people, and I'm not saying everyone, but there are a lot of people that don't have those necessary social skills, or don't, or, they it's weird. It's just they just like have all these weird social skills, that I mean they don't know how to change a tire, they don't know how to balance a checkbook. And those books like the one you have and the one I bought for my son, those are like great little help me handy tools that you can do, and kind of so it's kind of pretty, it's pretty awesome.
And that's good, because I remember when I was younger, I didn't know. Well, when I was younger, a lot of these psychology, business, self-help books are geared toward older people. So when I was younger, all I had was magazines that would just tell you what products to buy. They didn't exactly tell you all these cool things that you could do. So I'm really glad that you gave your son something to like sink his teeth into. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Speaking of sinking of teeth, this book was pretty good. Have you read this one, right? This was like,
yes, I have.
Yes. And there was all this talk about this book, and when I read it, the first, because I wasn't really trying to like have the message sink in. I was like, This book is short. Like, I was such a hater on this book, but it's good. It's a good book. I was just like, and read it again, Nat. Oh, okay.
No, I mean, you would be surprised like how many books there are, really good business books and stuff. So that one, Who Moved My Cheese, that's a really good book. I read that a couple years ago when I was kind of moving up into management on a job. But that was a really good book. That was a really good book.
When you first read it, did you get it like this, or were you kind of like me, like, okay, what? I mean, look how thin this thing is. Right. You can see both my eyes. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's good. It's good. Don't. I'm not hating anymore. It's good. Are you like a tree hugger? Are you one of those? Like, do you?
Somewhat. I like trees, but I also like leather shoes. So we'll see. I'm a work in progress.
Okay. This lady is kind of extreme. Her name is Bea Johnson. It's called Zero Waste Home. I saw her on Yahoo like maybe 6-7 years ago, and she came up with a book, and it's like she actually lives a zero waste life. They don't have garbage cans. I mean, they recycle, they reduce, they rot, they do all that, but here it has all kinds of recipes on how to make makeup and how to make it's pretty like, it's extreme, but it's what's that? It's very, not just, it's fascinating, because I don't know how to live without a garbage can or nothing. So, but yeah. So I ironically, it's a zero waste home, but it's printed on paper. But I don't know. I kind of like paper books. Yeah, I know, right? I like paper books. Do you read more on paper or electronic?
I actually read actual books, whether it be a hardback or saying not, but I really like reading actual books versus I do also do some reading on like Kindle, and or have like a or I have a Kindle account, so I actually do read some books there. But the majority of my books, I have like a whole library in my living room, and it's like, with bookcases and everything. So, and I have all my books up there, all the business. Like I have my kids' books on one side, which are, again, encompass a range of things, and then I have like the other side, my bookcase that has like all the business and how-tos and self-helps and all that stuff that I've read over the years. So I really like reading more like actual books, versus saying doing the whole Kindle Amazon thing.
Yeah, there's something about the visceral feeling of a page being turned, and I don't know, like sometimes like the most satisfying, I'm a book nerd, like when you get a book and you first open it and it goes crack and you're like, ha ha ha, your cherry is mine. I mean, in book terms, in book terms, yes. But okay, I'll dial it back a little bit. But Miao Yin in the chat, she says she reads fiction, fantasy, and sci-fi, self-help bio. Do you what you call? I think I asked that already, but of this, what have you read a recent book that's outside of the self-help thing? Like what have you?
Yeah, I mean, a friend of mine gave me a book, the autobiography of Assata Shakur. She gave me that book, so I was able to read that, and I again love the book. Love, saying had a, saying it was a different, type of feel, but saying it was a really good book. It's nonfiction, so it was actually really, really awesome.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I love. Oh, what's up?
No, go ahead.
Oh no, see, this is what happens. Like when I get really hyped, I end up like interrupting everybody, you know what I mean? So I try to like, oh, don't interrupt anybody. No, speaking of nonfiction book, I actually read Dreams of My Father by Barack Obama. That was actually a pretty good book. It was pretty good. I like that book. It was it made me want to, like, I want him to write more, because he talked about his siblings, and in the end of the book, one sibling was it was a cliffhanger. I was like, I want to know more about your family. Yeah, but yeah. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. One of my favorite books is the biography of Malcolm X. Have you read that one?
Yeah, I have read it. I read it a long time ago, back when I was a teenager. But yeah, I still actually have the book. It's a part of my collection as well.
That book is missing in my collection. I think I lent it out to somebody, and I was looking for it. I was gonna be like, because oh my gosh, he's really powerful. And the one thing that I glean, I mean, that book is not just for Black power only, but like what I like about that book is it's just very empowering. If you felt like you weren't nothing, it makes you feel like you can be something. That's the one thing I love about that book. And it's missing, and I gotta go rebuy it, so whatever.
You can just make a video and say, hey, whoever took my book, bring it back.
Yeah. Yes. Hello.
All right. Well, I was gonna say I have okay, so I read a lot of books, and so my business partner, Tiffany Henderson, who I was trying to have her on today's show, but she wasn't able to get on. She's having some technical difficulties. She also has a book club. Hers is called Red Carpet Book Club, and I'm just gonna tell you. So we work very closely together, saying daily. But however, our stance on how we look at books is like so different. It's awesome. So I love, I love to promote other people's stuff. So don't get me wrong. I love to promote.
No. It's about books. Please promote. I mean, that's reading is freaking awesome. Go ahead.
Is that somebody trying to come in? I think that's her.
It's not coming into here. So I just see you. Yeah. So if you can kindly give her the key to this one.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Oh, man. I did. Okay. Where did she just? I don't know what she did. Okay. I don't know. Okay. So what she's doing, you know, which I love is, you know, she has her books, and you know, saying her books are totally different from mine, and so like I get to read her books and I get to read my books, so it's gonna be like super 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 awesome. I'm gonna be like super, you know, like I'm gonna be like my brain's gonna be fried by the time June gets here because I'm gonna be reading so many books between now and June. So I'm excited though. Like, you know, it's 2 books a month. I mean, which is not bad, but I mean, I'm excited because it's gonna be really intense. I'm like super excited.
If you work a full-time job, especially you're a mama bear, right? You got
Yeah,
all kinds
I
of, yes.
am.
So to even read a book a month to me is amazing because I don't have kids and I'm here like I put the books in the bathroom just to make sure I you know I'll have something to read, you know. And some I call it a banyo book. I don't know, but like yeah, but that's cool. 2 books a month. I mean, I think that's still good. At your how many books can you normally digest if like ideal if all conditions are ideal? What is your maximum digestion capacity, you know, rate thing?
Well, so I used to read like 4 books a month, and that was when I, you know, that was kind of back in the day when I was like younger and I wasn't like, you know, when I was pregnant with my kids, I really every time I had a baby, you know, I would take like the last 2 or 3 months off of, you know, for my pregnancy, and then I would read like, you know, I would go through like 4 books a month, you know, just study reading because if it's a good book, I can usually read it within a week. You know, if it's a like depending on the size, if it's a good book, I can usually finish it in a week.
Hmm.
I finished the Asata Shakur book probably in about 5 days, I think. So I mean, I mean, and the book is not like overly, you know, thick, but you know, with work and everything else, it was just easier, and I just went through it, and it just like totally, you know, and I just read it really quickly. So, but it was a really great book. Like it's a really great book. Even the John Grisham novels. I mean, like I can, depending on like if I'm on a long flight, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm going from Houston to like New York or from
Hmm.
Houston to like, you know, overseas somewhere, like I can read that book on the plane. Like I will just like go in and just like read like, you know, almost half of a book on a plane, just kind of, you know, if I have like dedicated time where I'm doing that, because usually if it takes me a few days, I'm only reading like maybe an hour, 2 hours a night max, if that. But you know, on a plane ride, I can read like a whole book on a plane ride. So like,
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Like on a plane ride, I don't know that hum. I try. I end up looking like like I just yeah. It's what you call it? The engine is very soothing. I have
yeah,
to yeah. I read the best on public transit because I'm trying to ignore whoever
yeah.
may be next. That's when I get like zero, like my focus is on point. Other than that, I get distracted pretty easily. But where is your favorite place to read?
Um,
What's
I usually like reading, you know, it just depends, right? Like, I mean, I can read at lunch. I can read, you know, I can read in my best, you know, saying my best thing would probably be reading in my freaking bed. Like, you know, right before I go to sleep, you know, or something. I usually try to read a little something, you know, just kind of,
mhm.
you know, kind of get me where I'm going or whatever, just to kind of help my mind be at ease. You know, I don't know, that reading soothes me. So it's just kind of, it's pretty cool. But I mean, usually most time I'm in my bed, but you know, I can read pretty much anywhere. I can read on a job. I mean, I can read at work. I can, you know, I work for myself. So, you know, anytime, you know, if we have like downtime, you know, if I brought my books in, I would just read during the downtime and, you know, saying, just sit behind my computer and read or something like that. Or, you know, I can, again, on a plane, like I said, I could said a little while ago, on a plane, that's like prime real estate for me, is on a plane somewhere. If I'm going on a plane and I'm going to be on there for like 3 or 4 hours or, you know, 12 hours, that's prime real estate for me. I'm just like, I'm blowing through those books like crazy. But I think my favorite place is my bed, like I said. But you know, I can read anywhere.
That's cool. I try to read in my bed, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a narcoleptic. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a narcoleptic. I don't know. I fall asleep easy. I tried reading anything that's really hard to read. not hard, but anything that's a little bit complex, I have to be in a academic place, because anything that requires me to like ponder and think about it, like political stuff, older books that are, you know, I have to be sitting down. That's cool, you can read like that, you know, in my bed. I've gone to sleep like with my head like this over, you know, or something. But that's cool. I applaud you, because it really, for me, I love reading, but I have to really carve out the perfect conditions almost. It's like driving. Like, as I don't know how to, you know, do that. But that no, I know how to drive, but I'm just saying I wish I could, I wish I could read in more situations without being distracted so easily, or sleep calls me. I think, I don't know, but reading is soothing. Maybe that's why I fall asleep so easy, because it is soothing.
It is, and also I would say for anyone, like if you have an issue where you're like easily distracted, you can put on like headphones with like you know, rain music or rainforest or, you know, bird sounds, something that's like super soothing. Not nothing with words, but you know, just like super soothing instrumentals. You know, I'm on Spotify, so you know they have like a whole section of instrumental stuff. You know, since I can easily like put it on so like you're not distracted, because you know sometimes it is hard when people are like, you know, really close to you and moving by you or something, or you know, talking to you or whatever. I just like throw my headphones on and I just like, it's no words, but I can just sit there and read for like ever. So I mean, and plus, you know, saying once you get to a point where you're, you know, where you're tired or your eyes start kind of mixing words or whatever, then
Yeah.
you can just put it there and you're already rested well enough and your mind is already kind of like decompressed and you're already like stress free because of the music. And so you're, you know, you're just reading, and then when you're tired, you could just easily just put the book down and go to bed and your mind's not racing or whatever. So if you guys have any, you know, I would definitely recommend that if you guys want to read, but you're like a person that gets easily distracted like myself, the music will help.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that white noise thing. Because I know there's some websites out there, if you don't have Spotify, that have free white noise stuff, or even YouTube. You know, YouTube, you can get your uh, YHD or whatever, because you can learn anything from this from YouTube here. So I know they have white noise type stuff, because I used that before when studying. Um, do you? Oh, do you go to recently on one of our past episodes?
Mm-hmm.
There was a Christy mentioned Prime. Do you ever check Amazon Prime for their free books? That's how I got the first Harry Potter book.
Yeah.
Harry Potter book. So I'm, if I knew that, I'd be, man. I'm so on it now, like, because they're giving all these Prime books. What, you know? So that's pretty good. Miao Yin, another member who's been on the show, she mentions Audible. Do you do any of those the books on tape type stuff?
Um, so I do the Audible, but not very like very rarely do I do Audible. I do it sometimes. However, it's just like when I'm listening to a book, it is definitely not the same as when I'm reading a book. And I'm just, for me, it's kind of hard to retain. I notice that I have to kind of like go back and just like, I mean, but don't get me wrong, I love Audible for some things, like when I'm working out or if I'm like, you know, doing something where I can't read, like cooking or something like that. Like Audible is great. However, you know, I may not retain the information that I just heard, because I read by looking, right, versus I'm better at learning by looking versus Audible, right? So it's a little bit weird for me. So I mean, I can put stuff on and just not pay attention to it, and after a certain point it becomes white noise to me, but it's
Mm.
because the people are talking, so it's cool. But you know, again, I love books over anything else. Even like, you know, like I said, even like the Kindles and you know the whatever. I like those. I use those sometimes, but for the most part, I really like to just have an actual book.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't have Audible yet. I'm waiting until they have like a really good deal. Because sometimes I see they have like four books for free. Whatever. I'm trying to see like how many things they'll give for free before I sign up. This, by the way, this show isn't sponsored by any of the things that we were mentioning. So, but yeah, one of my favorite old school business books here. I can't read backwards. The Habits of Highly Effective People. Yeah, this is a CD, and I remember rewinding. I'd be like rewind because but I have the book too. So I think it also depends on who's reading, because this guy is kind of dry a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. I've heard some books. I've overheard. I don't know if that's nosy, listening to other people read. But I've overheard other people's books being kind of like lively and stuff. Oh, I think Elle Gee Zee is in the Matrix. Where'd you go, bruh? Okay. All right. While we're waiting for Elle Gee Zee to come back on here.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're back?
Yeah, I'm back. I just walked away. I could hear everything you're saying. I just wanted to go get a couple of my books so you guys could see, the kind of stuff I read. So,
okay.
6-figure salary negotiation. Right. I love stuff like this. These kind of books, they're very helpful. Again, I work for myself. However, they help me when I'm like, quoting and doing, stuff for customers. So I love that. Personal MBA.
Okay.
Pretty cool book if you guys haven't read it. So this is cool. And this is a book that I had like a long time ago when I first, started, saying working or whatever. Humble Consulting. So it just, again, just depends on, and I have like a whole shelf full of this kind of stuff that I've read, saying over the years. So it's just, depending on, what you want to use and, or what you want to read. Also, I always would say, keep a thesaurus and a dictionary around so that if you ever want to have, any kind of, if you don't understand the word, have that right there by you so that you can have, I have like a pocket. So here's my thesaurus. Like I have like a pocket thesaurus and a pocket dictionary that I keep, saying, so I can, if I run into something, I'm like, what in the world does that even mean? I can just easily look it up and kind of say, yes, no, maybe so, whatever.
Yeah, I seriously, bring it on. I like reading books that are effective. The biggest pet peeve I have is to read something and feel like it wasted my time. So because I don't read as fast as Darian Daitakuji, he reads really fast. It takes me, like you say, you can smash a book within a week. For me, on a good day, if it's something like if it's educational and something I have to like learn, it takes me longer than that. If it's a biography or something that is for pleasure, like for entertainment, I can smash that because I'm in it, but if it's something I have to learn, it takes me a longer time. I like the idea of the thesaurus. There's many times where I was reading and my phone's dead and I can't even look it up. So I like that. I like that. That's a good one, because there's many times where technology failed me. I don't have my phone. I can't get up.
Yeah, no, technology will do that. So, and I found another book that I had.
Ooh.
I just was like reading. I was like, reading. I was like, okay, crap. So this is one of the ones I started. I read this one a while back. Also, when I first started when I first got into business. So this is cool. And I will tell you guys now, I am a big proponent. As you see all these stickers in the corner, half-price books. There is no need to buy a book full price unless it's something that you want that just came out. I would definitely recommend going to a half-price bookstore or getting a book. It's going to be very, because like I said, I read a lot, so I really don't have like a whole lot of read a lot, so I don't want to spend like, you know, $20 million worth of on books. You know what I mean? Because I read too many of them, right? So, but I mean, but you know, if you guys have books, I would, you know, saying definitely, you know, tell you guys stay with half price books unless it's something that just came out and you really want it. Other than that, you know, go to half price books and, you know, saying do your heart, so do yourself you're doing yourself an injustice if you don't.
I agree with you. There is, if you ever come out to Detroit, there is a bookstore downtown called John King Bookstore, and it's like this 4-story mega used mega. It's dangerous. It's so dangerous. I had 2 satchels, and dear Darian was like, babe, why? And I'm here going, I don't know. That store has old books. They have their rare collection for serious moneyed buyers, but they also have just regular old books. My game whenever I go there is to see the oldest book I can get my hands on, just to touch, to see, because usually those things are in museums. I think the last time I went there, the oldest book I was able to see and put my hands on and be like, wow, it was from like 1872 or something, and I was like, it's just amazing. But yeah, I love bookstores are just so dangerous for me. I try to use a library. I don't know what happened, but I kind of forgot the library existed because I was so used to going to bookstores. And then one day I had no budget. And my friend was a little well, she's smart, but she got a little smart with me. She's like, a library? I'm like, oh yeah, they have those. But yeah, libraries are good too. Do you have it in where you're at, where if you have a library card for one city, you can go to another city and check out books?
No, that's not how it works here.
What?
If you have a library card, your library card, like if you have a City of Houston library card, it doesn't work anywhere but the City of Houston. And actually, it's so weird because I actually live outside of the City of Houston. I mean, I'm like city limit wise, I'm still Houston, but I'm like county part of Houston. And so my City of Houston library card doesn't even work at the libraries that are in my area because they're county. There's like, you know, the county libraries. So I have to get like, I have two different cards, one for the city and one for the county.
I'm sorry, I have to say this. It's going to be really corny, and you probably know what I'm about to say, but Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, okay, but that's crazy. Oh my gosh, you have to have, wow, for books, man. Make it easier for your peoples, Houston. Come on. Okay, over here, you can. Okay, so I'm in a northern suburb of Detroit. Actually not too far from the city limit. I'm in Oak Park. Okay, and my library, my city is literally like a 2 mile by 2 mile city. It's very small, and the library is equally as small. It's probably double the size of the place I live in right now. So it's a really small place, but I can go to any like Metro Detroit library for the most part, the ones that I visited, and even Detroit library, the city proper Detroit library. I can go and check out 3 books. They'll only take you three. They'll only let you take 3, but at least I can go in there and do something. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So let me just say, I just wanted to say one thing really quick. So about my friend Tiffany, who has the Red Carpet Book Club. I was trying to post the link in the chat, but I can't do it. Apparently, I didn't know that.
Oh.
But let me just say, her book for January is Unbreakable Spirit: Rising Above the Impossible by Lisa Nichols.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up.
Okay.
You said Unbreakable Spirit?
Yes, by Lisa Nichols.
Well, keep going. I was just gonna pull it up.
Okay. So if you guys want to read that book, you guys should definitely get in the Red Carpet Book Club. My name on Facebook is Elle Gomez, ELLEGOMEZ. Friend me, I'll put you in there, no big deal. Or if you want to be in my book club, we haven't picked our book yet. We don't pick our book until Friday. So next week, next Wednesday, I'll be able to tell you the book for our club, for my club, and then that way you guys, if you guys want to read my book as well, or if you want to read my book, you guys can like definitely join into the LG Leaders book club, and saying get your read on. I would suggest if it were me, I would suggest getting in both clubs. So saying you again. The whole thing about saying reading saying book clubs for me and for Tiffany is saying really kind of like expanding saying expanding your mind and um intellectual like intellectual stimulation. So I mean again these are going to be some awesome some awesome books over the next uh these are going to be some awesome books over the next saying 12 months. So if you guys really like reading, I would definitely just suggest that you friend myself, Elle Gomez, or her Tiffany Henderson. I mean she's super awesome. I love her. I just want you guys to I really want you guys to be reading. I read all the time, and I love it so much. So if you're like a book nerd like me and you love reading, get in these book clubs and really start reading. And just oh my God, it's gonna be a great year.
I found the book. I found Unbreakable Spirit. This is the one here, right?
Yes,
this is the one. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, Unbreakable Spirit, Rising Above the Impossible. That's it right there. That's cool. I'm also in that book club, and I mean, we're shamelessly plugging these two book clubs. Do not limit yourself. These are just options that we have here. Don't limit yourself. I mean, there's, what you call it. Of course, I know Elle Gee Zee, and now I'm in the red carpet book club. Of course, I'm excited because it helps when you can talk about a book. I mean, simple as that, So I've also was part of Goodreads online, but something about actually talking to a person is something. There's a book recently that I've read. It's fiction, and it's a bunch of short stories. And I found this out from a conference I went to this past summer. It's called crap. Let me see if I can. I'll put it up here. But basically, it was a bunch of short stories about Filipinos. I'm Filipino, if you guys don't know yet. That's my flavor, Asian. But that book was pretty cool because the short stories helped me see where my parents were coming from. As a second generation American, my parents are first generation. With that cultural divide, it was really it was a very good way to have me understand where they were coming from without the technicalities. It brought me in the shoes without me feeling like I'm tying the shoes up and studying the shoe, if you know what I mean. Right. I think it's called In My Country. I don't know. I let that book out.
Girl, we're gonna have to talk about you lending out these books.
I know. I know. I'm really I'm just, yeah. It's sad. Oh, I found it. Yeah, it's called In My Country. I smashed through that book mainly because it's short stories. So I saw like I would like thumb through the end of the story, be like, okay, I got 5 more pages to read, and then I'd start another short story. This is what the book looks like. It's pretty good. You don't have to be Filipino American, and I didn't realize that when I was talking about this book, I didn't realize some other people who didn't know I was Filipino, they're like, oh yeah, I read that book. And I'm like, oh wow, how did you? I don't know. It was a New York Times bestseller. Let me see here if I can pull it up here. This book, man, it was like crack. I literally, well, not crack. It was very addicting. Yeah, I was such a junkie for this book right here, In the Country by Mia Alvar. It was, yeah, it is short stories. pretty intense. I think you'd have to be a mature reader to, not that it's like X-rated, but a lot of the content is pretty adult. Like if I was a teen, I don't think I'd understand much why it, I don't know. Maybe since I'm not a teenager anymore, I don't give them enough credit. But if I was a teenager, I wouldn't understand. This book, man, it was intense. It was intense. So yeah. Very much a nerd for books. So, do you have any more that you can share? Literally, I'm so like I'm loving this conversation.
So I'm looking in the chat, and Tom TV, who is like a good friend of mine, he says that we should definitely plug the book "How to Win Friends and Influence People." He said that is the best book ever written.
Yes,
okay.
I know that book. It's by Dale Carnegie, right? Dale, I'm gonna find that. That is a good book. I let that book out before I read it, but I need to. That's a good book. That's a good book.
You have to come up with you a little thing where you kind of make people sign out for the book, so you know where your stuff is going.
Yeah, next time I lend anybody anything, I'm probably gonna take a picture of them with the book. I saw like a meme of that where it's like, not this one. Okay, hold on. Like this is my newest acquisition. How to be a person in the world. This author, Heverless, this author, she is so hilarious. I followed her on the Owl online. She's like one of those Dear Abby, not Dear Abby, but she's an advice columnist, but she's so real. She's so real. I loved her so much. I bought her book. I mean, and I bought it full price. I bought it like I brought the pre-order. Yeah, fangirl. I'm a fangirl of this lady right here. She's so cool. How I love it. I love her writing style. She's just very, very blunt. Love her. Unapologetic. Love her. Dale Carnegie. Thank you for, I was so into talking to you. I just didn't even look on the side. Tom TV. Hey. Hello. Oh yeah, glad to see promotion of intelligent reading. Whatchamacallit? How to Win Friends and Influence People. I gotta show you what this book looks like. How to influence. Okay, I gotta show you. Have you read that book though? It's like a classic. It was written in the 20s.
So I read it partially back when I was like 15.
Well,
so I haven't read the entire book, but partially back when I was 15, I read it. Read part of it because I got it for my birthday. So I did read some of it. I did not complete the whole entire book, so I really can't speak on the book. But yeah, I did read it.
Yeah. See, I read I read part of it, and then my friend's like, "Oh, you got that book? Can I borrow it?" I'm like, "Okay." And then after that, I promptly bought books on how to be more assertive. So hopefully, I remember those things. Okay, this is what it looks like. Forgive that. I don't know how to censor it. But there you go. Bam. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. The one thing I can honestly say about older books is that they have more in terms of learning principles or learning concepts. They're less superficial than books I've read more recently. I don't know. Like some books that are written in the 90s, like, because what I did before was, if they, like, some people will sell a lot of, like, maybe a lot of 10 or a lot of 5 psychology books on eBay, and I used to buy these used lots for like $5 or $2 or something like that. And a lot of the stuff from the 90s, like, I don't know, it's getting better now, I guess, but I mean, just this is when I learned how I used to get so mad when I'd be like, this is a waste of time. Like, there was one book, it was just garbage, and I don't even remember what that book was, but it was complete garbage, and I just remember putting it down. So mad. I was like worse off before I read the book. So I don't know. My first book that got me into psychology / business. And this is because I saw this book. I think Oprah had the guy who wrote this book. This is from '95. I don't know if you saw this book, but this is literally like the first book I bought myself and how to understand crazy people. Yes, Emotional Intelligence. Have you read this book?
I actually have read that book. That's actually a really good book.
It is such a good book.
Yes, it's a really good book. I think a lot of people don't understand about how emotional intelligence affects how they interact with other people, and really having that skill set or having the knowledge on how to interact with people on that level is really important. And I don't think a lot of people know that. So that was a good book. If you guys can read that, get it.
Get it. Wow, I can't believe it. It's already almost time to end here. Wow. Okay, see, so that's probably most recent book I gotta share with you, Elle Gee Zee. Okay, so if people don't know, Elle Gee Zee's Hustle, if you don't mind me shamelessly promoting you, Elle Gee Zee's Hustle is business, how to become your own boss, essentially, right? Am I right? Yes. And I'm down for that because well, put it this way, I'm going through like a transition, and now that the industry that I'm in, I'm actually outside of here. I'm a travel agent, but you can easily go online and that's just the honest truth of it. So this book was suggested to me by a friend. Roy, if you're tuning in, I'm calling you out. Thank you. I'm reading this, and so I'm trying to find, like, aside from going to the local community college or university to take personality tests, this book was pretty much recommended. So yeah. So anyway.
That's cool. I'm excited. I mean, you have to I've never seen that book, so I want to make sure I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Free screen. Okay. So okay. I'm genuinely excited about learning. I'm a fangirl for learning. I have more things I want to do than time. I have instruments. I have a sewing machine. I have a lot of stuff I'd like to do, and I don't know if you guys in books, it's just potential on paper, and I just, whew, I feel it. Okay, anyway, hope I didn't scare you guys out there in the YouTube universe, but yeah, so
so I'm reading in the chat. I'm just going back to the chat, and Tom TV said, to be quite honest, the For Dummies books are great single topic books also. I will agree with that. There are some For Dummies books that are actually really good. Sabrina said, and he said that the How to Win Friends and Influence People, he said I should reread it because it still applies today. And Sabrina said, yes, just like The Art of War. Now, I've read The Art of War like 5 times. So I understand that. Like, so I totally understand. So I'm going to be rereading How to Win Friends and Influence People. And plus, Tom just put a total link to a PDF on my page. Love you, Tom. Also, and Sabrina also recommended Paul Ekman books, How to Spot Liars and Read People's Micro Expressions.
Ooh, micro expressions.
I know, that sounds really good, right?
Girl, you understand all my graces. Everything is hard fought because I am sometimes I feel like I'm a robot because everything that's everything I have is literally like I had to like really learn it. I don't know. So I don't know. Like, some people say, "Oh, you didn't understand. She was being mean." I'm here like, "Oh, she was? I thought she was complimenting me on my driving." I mean, literally, this is good because I can't tell half the time. I'm just like, "Oh, thanks." Yeah. So that's good. Thanks, Sabrina. Thank you. Oh man. Okay. This has been so good. I bet if you guys like this conversation, if you want to uh have another episode with this conversation, yeah, let us know below. If you want to be part of the show, seriously, this show is not about elitism. Okay, I am a fan of Fangirls. I That doesn't sound right, but I am a fan for women, ladies, girls who are who have passion for a whole lot of things that some people may not find. Wow, there's a lot of girls who are into that, that type of thing. So if you want to share us your passion, and if you don't mind talking to me and schooling me and introducing me to what makes you live, join us for real. I mean, I learned so much already from Elle Gee Zee, for real. I mean it, girl. I'm not trying to kiss your butt. Yeah. For instance, before I didn't watch a lot of TV, and some of the TV shows I'd kind of roll my eyes at, with because my husband be like, oh my gosh, it's the Flash, I'm like, okay, Flash, whatever, but now I don't know, maybe it's just girl to girl talking, but okay, I get it now, and Darian's happy now too because I watch it with him, so thank you. So just saying. But yeah. Okay, I digress. Anyway, I'm just saying, for all you passionate ladies, for whatever drives you, join us. I know Elle Gee Zee, you what you call you helping finding people becoming their own boss is one of your passions.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can say to the folks out there in the Houston area, like what
So I mean, if you guys, if you want to get in, bring out your inner entrepreneur out of, saying in start a business. I mean, definitely, connect with me, give me a call. I mean, I'll be more than happy to help you with business startup. My business partner that I mentioned earlier, Tiffany Henderson, she helps with, saying marketing and branding. I mean, we're like, we call ourselves the Power Twins. So, if you guys are trying to get into that entrepreneurship and you want to start a business, it doesn't have to be in Houston. I mean, we can do this we work in Houston, but we can help you set up a business anywhere in the country. Please connect with me. I mean, we're more than happy to help you get started and get everything, saying done for your state. I mean, we have not only do we have clients in Houston, we have clients in New York, Mississippi, Alabama, Arizona, California. I mean, we're working. We're working. Whatever you need, contact me. Saying we'll definitely get on the phone with you and kind of help you. If you want to be an entrepreneur and you don't really have your idea and you need some help, kind of actually getting that idea together in your head, call me. I can help you with that. So I mean, it's just whatever you want to do. Saying I love helping. Saying businesses start up. I've been doing it for many years. I love it. So, I mean, whenever, if you're ever ready, please reach out to me. I'll be more than willing to help you and connect you with, saying some people that can really get you on the fast track to doing your thing and, saying helping you get off the ground. So I'm super excited. I love what I do. I do it every day. I love what I do. So, I mean, you guys, like, I mean, I really like, even when I get off of this show, I still have some more work to do. So, I mean, it never stops, but I love it. So, if you guys, need my help, please reach out to me. I'm Elle Gomez on Facebook. And just reach out to me and I'll definitely, saying help you and put you in the right way.
Yeah, we'll add it to the description because it's all about passion. I'll even add my stuff too. If you want to go on a trip and you want someone to talk to aside from the internet. I mean, the internet's good. I'm willing to try to match or beat it. But what I do is I can see the back end of all the airlines inventory, and I can hold stuff for you. And you're dealing with a person. So if things don't go right, you call me and I fix it for you. But yeah, speaking of going back to the original topic of books, if graphic novels, if comics are your thing, we also have an episode about awesome comic books. We had Pink, who was here, who I still have to buy or go to the library or borrow from her and give back to her a bunch of comics. But yes, these are the upcoming Comic Cons. I just wanted to, this is something we do every episode, letting you know where you can get your fix. So if you want to get your nerd fix here, the upcoming Comic Cons, take it away, Elle Gee Zee.
Okay, so these are the last 3 Comic Cons for the year. I know it's the 14th, but this is it for the whole entire year. I just didn't feel a need to do, when we do next week's show, just to have one, and then the week after that to have one again. So, guys, this is it. These are the last 3 cons for the year. Lumberton Comic Book and Toy Show in Lumberton, North Carolina, on this weekend, December 17th and 18th. Toronto Comic Book Show in Toronto, Ontario. They're having their last con for the year on December 26th. And the Marvelous Nerd Year's Eve in Dallas. I'm sorry, I forgot. I got so excited. I forgot the S on Dallas. Dallas, Texas. So that's the 29th through the 1st. I actually may be going to that one. I'm actually going to look that one up because I definitely want to go to a con, but I didn't even know they did a whole thing on New Year's Eve. So that's actually really cool. My aunt lives in Dallas, so she'll go. She'll let me come stay at her house, and she'll go with me to the con, which is like double fun. So these are the last 3 for the year, guys. If you're in these areas, Lumberton, North Carolina, Toronto, Ontario, or Dallas, Texas, guys, please go and support these cons. Get your fill of all things comic, lovers, love.
Heck yeah. That's cool. I mean, I really like going to those things just because the vibe is just awesome. It's like going to a family reunion of pop culture. And I don't know, just I like it. So we're kind of over our time here. Is there anything you want to add before we end? I kind of went a little.
No, yeah. So I get like she said, please. The links to the book clubs are in the description. So guys, please, if you want to get be reading inspirational and motivational books for the year 2017, please join those groups. There's a lot of books that are going to be read, and just we're going to be all over the place. But saying we'd love to have you. Again, I would say join both groups. If you're an avid reader, join both groups, and really, because we're not doing the same books. So, it's not like you're going to read 2 of the same books at any time during the year. So, I would love to have you guys. I know Tiffany would love to have you guys in her Red Carpet Book Club. Guys, just, if you're avid readers, join them both, and, saying, let's get reading.
Awesome. I'm down for that. If you like what we're talking about, subscribe, give this video a like. We're on every Wednesday, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern time. And our main Culture Junkies live show is every Tuesday, 7 p.m. live Eastern time as well. If you have any ideas on what you'd like us to talk about, please feel free, put it below. We're here to celebrate all kinds of culture, and today book culture, that's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us here, Elle Gee Zee. Thank you, and good night.
Bye.